Hey guys, Ryan here at Rode Microphones with the RØDELink Newsshooter Kit, the latest addition to our RØDELink wireless system. Now the RØDELink Newsshooter Kit is the most versatile wireless system on the market, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly why. Now it's got multiple input options, multiple powering options, advanced wireless connectivity in the open spectrum, and it's also very easy to set up, just like the rest of the RØDELink system. Now the RØDELink FILMMAKERS kit has been available in the market for some time, which is a very similar setup, but it has a belt pack transmitter and the same receiver. So the good news is that the Newsshooter kit is fully compatible with the FILMMAKERS kit as well. So let's start with the input options on the Newsshooter kit. Now the first thing that you'll notice is the XLR connector. Now the Newsshooter kit has been designed with the TX XLR transmitter and the RX cam receiver. Now the XLR transmitter supplies 48 volt phantom power so that you can use shotgun microphones just like the NTG3B that require phantom power, as well as the standard dynamic handheld microphones like the Reporter that don't require power. But the really cool thing with the XLR transmitter and the Newsshooter kit is that it actually has a 3.5mm TRS input as well that supplies plug-in power. So the 2 to 5 volt plug-in power microphones such as headset mics, lavalier microphones like this one here from the RØDELink FILMMAKERS kit are all compatible with the Newsshooter kit. Now that simply plugs in with the standard 3.5 connector, and if you have a lock-in connector such as the Micon 1 system from Rode or the standard lav that comes with your FILMMAKERS kit, you can actually plug that directly in and screw it in. Now this is compatible also with the headset, the HS2 headset that we've just released from Rode as well. Now the good news is that this input is also wired with standard TRS 3.5mm wiring. So if you've got any other plug-in powered devices that you'd like to plug in here to transmit wirelessly with the Newsshooter kit, you can do so. So if we look at the front panel of the XLR transmitter, you can see a couple of different buttons here. Now they're not only used for pairing the system, they're also used to control the channel gains on each of the inputs, switch the inputs, and also control the headphone output volume. So you simply click the button, you can move through the different sources. For instance, I can change from the TRS input here to the XLR input. I can engage phantom power, I can change the channel gain for either of the input sources, and then I can also set the headphone output level by simply clicking that button there and entering the headphone menu. Once you're done setting up, you can simply close the front cover there and it turns off the screen to save battery life and to also make it as inconspicuous on camera as possible. If you're worried about the weather, you can place it into a protective pouch that comes along with the Newsshooter kit that you can also use for the lav mounting setups where you want to actually belt pack mount it. You can see here that it actually has a little belt clip. So if you're recording with your XLR style microphones, once you've got that all set up and locked off, you can connect it to your microphone. And it actually has a locking XLR connector. So you screw the locking connector up to the microphone base so that it's nice and tight. And what that does is it makes sure that it doesn't have any kind of rattles, and it also makes sure that the microphone can't possibly fall off unless you unscrew that locking connector to remove the microphone. All right, so let's talk about the powering options for the XLR transmitter. Now the battery caddy that's supplied with the XLR transmitter actually runs off AA batteries, which are, as you know, the most common batteries that you'll find in most FILMMAKERS toolkits. But the really cool thing with this system is that it's also fully compatible with Sony NP-F style batteries. Now the NP-F battery is one of the most common rechargeable batteries that you'll find in the market. It powers different lighting setups, field recorders, all sorts of different pieces of gear, and it now also powers up the RØDELink Newsshooter wireless kit. Now the good news is that you've also got a bit of space above the actual back of the pack, so that if you're mounting this in a semi-permanent setup, you can even use much larger capacity batteries for a much longer record time. Now just like the RØDELink FILMMAKERS kit, you can also power the TX XLR using a micro USB power source, whether that's from a wall supply or a standalone battery pack. And the same goes with the receiver. So the receiver that you have here can be powered off a micro USB power source, or you can simply slide it down and power it with AA batteries, which again are the most common kind of batteries that you'll find on set. So let's talk about the wireless connectivity of the Newsshooter kit. The Newsshooter kit operates in the 2.4 GHz open spectrum, just like the rest of the RØDELink systems, which means that it can be used anywhere in the world without having to worry about frequency licenses. The 2.4 GHz transmission is a 128-bit encrypted signal so that you don't have to worry about your signal integrity, and you'll get up to 100 meters of range between the transmitter and the receiver in a nice clear environment. You can use up to 8 systems in one place at the same time, and pairing is as simple as a couple of small button presses. So if we turn on each of the units here, you'll see that they start up and they immediately start looking for one another. Now the number 8 that's flashing here on the screen is showing me that this channel is set to number 8, and this unit here is also set to number 8, and you can see that they're actually paired. Now if I wanted to pair different systems, I can just simply press the little red button on the bottom here. I can choose which channel I'd like to set to. Let's go channel 3. And then I can simply press the pairing option here, which is the 2 outside buttons. And you'll see that within a few moments, that just simply pairs up to channel 3. That's as easy as it gets. So the Newsshooter Kit uses a dual channel transmission. What this means is that while you're transmitting audio on one channel, the second channel is constantly scanning the 2.4 GHz frequency band, and if it finds a better signal to transmit on, it'll automatically and seamlessly switch to that signal, making sure that you always have the most robust signal possible while you're transmitting. So if we look at the side of the XLR transmitter, you'll see that it has a headphone output. Now we've included that so that the operator can actually have a listen to the critical distance of their microphone and make sure that they're putting their mic in the right position. One of the challenges that a lot of handheld microphone operators have is they forget to keep the microphone in the ideal position to pick up both voices. So with the headphone output option, you can run a discrete earpiece on camera and make sure that you always have that microphone in the right position. Now likewise, if you have a boom pole operator, they can connect their headphones directly to the transmitter to make sure that they're keeping that mic in the correct position, while the camera operator has the receiver on the camera and they can also listen and make sure that you have 2 sets of ears on the audio at any one time. So there you have it guys, with its multiple input options, multiple power options, headphone output, and very easy wireless connectivity, you can see why the Newsshooter Kit is the most versatile system available on the market.